Hello and welcome back to Crusader Kings 2. Last time we left off, we were in this game with Septon Rhaegar. What a name. Yeah, we were playing a game of strategy and wits against Septon Rhaegar, and we won. We have a 20% chance of gaining the trait Humble, or we can say in your face and mock him. I don't see any reason why we would mock a Septon, a man of the cloth, so we're going to say it was a good game. Gain 10 prestige, free prestige, and we have a chance of getting the trait Humble. I did not hear a pop, like a sound effect, so I don't think we got it. That's fine. We're only 32 years old, dude, and we're sitting on the throne. I'm gonna unpause so we can let some time pass by. Arrange betrothal between Calla and Aenys. So Calla was betrothed to, or was married to Sir Aegon Bittersteel, but is now widowed. She had no children, and she can instead marry my son, Prince Aenys. Whom I can no longer rename. I think I said something about renaming him, but then I never did. And now it's too late. Oh boy. Oh yeah, we're feasting for the funeral of Sir Aegon Bittersteel. Let's sure, yeah. Marry as you please. My bannerman, Lord Paramount Brandon Stark, has tried to have Lord Wymar Manderley of White Harbor arrested, but failed to apprehend him. Lord Waymar has now raised his banners in rebellion. I'm not going to get involved. The Starks have this under control. The Manderleys. Who are the what's an important Manderley character in the show? I can't think of one. I'm pretty sure there is one in one of the earlier seasons. The minor merchant from King's Landing is present at the feast and has taken the opportunity to bring a petition before you. He says that Arik owes him a debt that has gone unpaid. Grand Maester Arik. Declare the debt cancelled. So Arik wants it cancelled, while Sir... and then a minor merchant who is just an unnamed character. I mean, the Grand Maester really likes me. He's my friend. I can say the debt stands. It's not gonna hurt my relations any further. And Lord Leo Bandolan, Lord Leo Blackfyre, has used his attendance at the feast in King's Landing to present a petition for justice before the court. He claims that raiders under the command of Lord Rorin Goodbrother have been raiding and looting his lands. Rorin Goodbrother is Rorin the Unworthy. How's Goodbrother? Yeah. I'm not going to have Rorin arrested. I'm going to have him I'm going to have him pay just recompense. Arresting him would probably just start more shit than we want to deal with. Sir Aegon Bittersteel died under suspicious circumstances on the 27th of second moon in the year 8202 at age 30. He was a man who was known to be most courageous, as well as possessing immense strength. Sir Aegon was one of the greatest warriors of this generation, his martial prowess being famed throughout the kingdom. And so the one who was to form the Golden Company in the books is dead. Jasper of Gaelmont Peasant Revolt has declared Peasant Revolt of Gaelmont on King Daemon the Bastard. Okay then. When you see me just clicking places and see soldiers pop up, that's me hitting Z on the keyboard. As I select them, that's the hotkey for raising troops. I remember way back in the day when most Paradox games did not have hotkeys, and I remember, I think it was Arumba, a YouTuber, He actually just made mods to add hotkeys for pretty much everything. And I think they might have, like, they incorporated parts of those mods, I think, into the base game. Oh, what is this? 56,000. That must have been from, like, way, way, way back. That I just completely forgot about. I'm sorry, I have a tendency to do that. Sir Bertrand Craycall has been a loyal, that leal, like that word always throws me off. A loyal and able servant, having successfully completed many tasks in aid of the Iron Throne. I owe him a reward. Have I paid my debt? I forget. I have not. Bertrand, I owe you a favor. Even though favors can completely mess you up in Crusader Kings 2, I'm going to do this. I want to repay this debt as soon as possible. Or this loan, yeah. I have enough to repay it right now. I'm going to try to get a bit more than that in case we get hit by anything that requires us to pay a lot of money. Sir Rickard of Conington Tower died under suspicious circumstances. That sounded horrible. I don't know if you heard that. Right. Peasant revolt crushed. Enforced demands. And now let us do what we do with people who generally have no connections in the realm and will grant us free fear. Oh, we won't actually get any fear. I mean, he's gonna be beheaded. It would be cool if we had any manner of killing him that would grant us fear, but I think we need traits like cruel or like fire obsessed, where we can burn him, or we need a dragon where we can feed him to the dragon. Lord John of Hightower. They failed to pay the due interest on a loan, and I urge you to take the appropriate action. This is the kind of stuff I talked about when I said I wanted to save our money. I'm going to issue a reprimand. After a while, I might stop like completely, or stop talking in detail about every event that pops up, because there's just a lot of it happening, especially when you're king of such a large region like this. Has forced you to start a vote on the tax-shifted noble obligations law in the Iron Throne. Oh, that's bad. I want to have levies, technically. Well, I mean, we control all of it right now, so, and we aren't going to be fighting any external wars, I don't think, so it's not that much of a problem, but having levy-oriented like nobles means that I think we get more of a share of their troops, which means they get to do less with those troops, so they can't like fight amongst each other as well and take stuff from each other and, you know, build power themselves. Why is Newkeep directly under my command? It's good how the people who should rightfully be under someone else show up at the top of that list. Clayton is dead. And I have inherited the city of King's Landing. Which I think we should hand off to someone. So who? Maybe Elmer Craycall. No, he's a good warrior. Actually, no. I want to reward people who are loyal to me. And so, like, House Craycall has been. I'll give it to him. That is the father of Bertrand Redtusk. Redtusk, I need him... Wait, he's not at my court? Where is he? I'm gonna grant him I'm gonna send him a gift and then try to invite him. He won't join, huh? He might have gone with his father. Baron Ironsmith wants to join me in King's Landing and serve me directly. That's a lot of money. Sure though, we have a lot of money though, so I'm... Jenna might fancy me. No. It is not appropriate. I don't want Targaryen bastards, like roaming around. It didn't go well for Aegon the Unworthy. I'm not going to do the same thing. I'm not going to make the same mistake, even though it did lead to me becoming king. I'm not going to make the same mistake because I don't want someone else to be king. We have repaid the loan finally. Davos Baratheon is a familial kinslayer. I'm going to check who he killed, but I'm going to make Aubrey Ambrose our Master at Arms. And let's see, Davos, you have killed... Swan, is he... Familial kinslayer means you have killed someone of your extended family, okay. That must have been Swan then. This reeks of a peasant revolt. Yes, I will join the Grand Maester in his laboratory and see what I learn. I gain 1 learning. I don't understand much, but I understand a little bit. And learn a little bit in the process. The wall is under assault, and the Night's Watch is hard-pressed to defend it. They have called all the lords of the realm to take up arms, and aid them in defending the realm from the dangers beyond the wall. What threatens them? High Chief Varald of Hardhome, who has something like 2,000 men, and the Night's Watch does not have that many. I suppose we will join them. And send the Northerners. Let's make sure we're not actually leading any armies. I'll set myself to be forbidden from leading armies. Lady Marie of Will has provided me with proof that has been it's missing a name. That Sir Aris Oakheart has been viciously slandering me. I will keep it to myself. I don't like stirring up shit needlessly. Even though whenever you say stuff like that, someone can probably refer to a past video where I'm stirring up shit needlessly. Or a future video. Pox has broken out in King's Landing. Oh my... And that actually just straight up broke out. It didn't actually spread there by land. It spread there by sea. Can we close the gates, please? I do not wish to die. And pox is just generic pox, I suppose. Yeah, like smallpox, I think. Janodo, the Imperious of the Summer Isles, wants to declare an embargo on Volantis. The Volantine worship the Valyrian gods. I'm not going to do that. I will not take sides. That is a war that has, like, the crown has no interest in a war by the ruins of old Valyria. Okay, so, because I am such a good and caring man, I am having nightmares, horrible dreams. And I have the option of either opening the gates, letting the men, or letting the peasants, the common folk in, or potentially losing the trait brave. I was brave before. Before I had nothing to lose. Now I have everything to lose. I am no longer brave. Oh, Daeron, my brother, has been captured by Count Wu Ji of Furamai and taken to Furamai as a prisoner. Okay. Oh, sorry, my cousin, apparently. I thought it was my half-brother. Oh, I suppose it might have changed because I bastardized him, maybe? Yeah, because now his father has changed to Lord Aemon the Dragon Knight instead. Whom I, for some reason, cannot click on. Maybe he doesn't exist. Prince Aegon Blackfyre, named for Aegon Bittersteel, I assume. He will have a very good education, I think. Maester Lauren and my half-sister Maya Rivers have been sneaking around the premises and have intimate encounters. And oh, it doesn't actually say that she's his lover. Where is she? A lot of my family here have the pox, or have had the pox. Lord Aegon Ambrose, Lord Aegon Ambrose of Torrenpeak, demanded a trial by combat from his captor Lord Paramount Leo Tyrell, but was slayed at the hands of his opponent Sir Torgen. 40 versus... I assume he had more before Torgen cut off his limbs, or his eye. Lord Paramount Tybalt of the Westlands and Maya Rivers marry. Yes, do that. Get her away from the Maester. Just all kinds of shit happening in Tybalt Lannister is invading the lands of Lord Orbert Farman, the Arrogant of Fair Isle. I will order Tybalt to stand down, but it is not legally binding. There is nothing I can do. In order to have it legally binding, you would have to increase the laws, the crown laws. In fact, we do have enough enough supporters to actually increase realm obligation or realm authority. Let's send it to the council to consider it. Yeah, because our council is just stacked with loyalists. the Paramount Dagon Greyjoy has been organizing a reaving. A reaving he has announced will target the seas of the disputed lands. He and his fellow reavers are now ready. The disputed lands, where are they? That must be somewhere around here, right? Maybe? How about I just Google that? Oh, so the disputed lands are between Tyrosh and Volantis. So that's, yeah, that's this area here then. Oh, he'll be reaving then. I will grant my wife whatever she needs. I have an unlanded son, Prince Daemon. That is Daemon with the dragon dreams. I want to keep him at court. In order to ensure the divine purity of their bloodline, Prince Aenys Blackfyre and Calla Blackfyre have been wed under the blessed auspices of the gods, ensuring fullness and order. Now the dowry is due to the groom's house. Offer the customary dowry. Anything else would bankrupt the crown. Or anything more, rather. Holy shit. Let's automatically stop plots where we can. Because we had way too many. There we go. Male is Blackfyre, lacks an education focus. This will be, yeah, I mean, stewardship, it's gonna be the best one for him, I think. That or martial, because he is strong. Could do diplomacy, actually, because he does get diplomacy from strong as well. He's got low diplomacy, though. Actually, let's make him a martially educated character. Good tutor. Commander of the Gold Cloaks. Elmer will be commander of the Gold Cloaks, and Aegon will be a commander, and so will... Wait, who's by? Nailor's by Breakspear. What? Did I forget something? He's my rival. What? Your Grace, your subject Daemon tried to hatch dragons from his egg but failed. He lost his egg in the process. Daemon Targaryen. You fool. And you had an egg. Oh, who has eggs now? Aegon Targaryen and Lord Ambrose of Butterwell. So one dragon egg is in Dorne. Oh, and Mayron of Dorne actually died just 4 days ago in prison. In my cells. Now his nephew rules instead. Now the question is, who inherits this? The current heir, if the same dynasty. His heir is... I don't see one. He doesn't have, he's not landed, so he doesn't have an heir technically. A child or sibling of the same dynasty, any member of the same dynasty, the current heir, any child, spouse, liege, any vassals. So we do have siblings of the same dynasty, don't we? We do. It's gonna go to Aegon, or Daeron Targaryen here. Prince Piot of Daxos. Why does he look so... Oh, he's got the bloody flux. He wants the Volantine removed. Nope. Oh, shit! I misclicked. I guess we're at war, boys. The realm will surely honor their obligations. Daemon the Bastard apparently sent the wrong letter to his diplomat, and war was declared. Excellent, excellent, yes, yes, excellent. Don't bother me with the dealings of small lords, if you could. I mean, this is like, we are going to stomp them. Of that there is no doubt. See, we aren't actually getting enough ships here. Oh, there we go. They were all at Dragonstone. Must be that Dragonstone or Driftmark has very good like naval facilities compared to King's Landing. There we go. We have enough ships to ferry all of our troops. Okay, what's this? The Volantine army has landed apparently. So we didn't actually need the ships. Let's let's assault. They have almost no troops compared to us. The war is going to be over in no time. There's no, like... There's no real need to even focus on it. Like, my vassals could fight it themselves. In fact, they already are. The Tyrells are already sieging down Volantis. Let's just send our ships back home. Aubrey Ambrose, I will give you money. Yeah, let's just watch the Tyrells siege down Volantis instead. Raven has arrived from the Citadel. We should rejoice as winter is coming to an end. So, I'm not sure if we could try to build up some money and try to improve our holdings here. We have the Dragon Pit, cannot be upgraded. Can we improve something over here in Dragonstone? It has the Dragon Mont. So should we want to have a dragon, we would want to actually make our capital be Dragonstone. Of course, that's a bit problematic when we're King of the Seven Kingdoms. A young talented artist from King's Landing proposes to paint an iconic picture or portrait of King Aegon the Unworthy. That is a waste of money. We fought our war against him. Or did we? No, we didn't. No, we fought our war against Daeron. Even so, that is a waste of money. Aegon the Unworthy was quite a nice guy in his young age, but then grew fat, old, and lustful. And all he was good for was spreading his seed everywhere. Which, you know, led to us and all of these and more. Far more, I assume. I have gained the trait diarrhea. Oof. Has something... Oh, we can open the gates. Have we gotten... Oh no, headache. What kind of illness is that? Let's seek treatment from the Grand Maester. Ease your pain, Grand Maester Arik had you write down the names of your worst enemies, and when nobody was looking, toss the parchment into a fire. Better them than you, my lord. Excellent symptom treatment. Okay, I'm not quite sure how the medicine of the world of Ice, Ice and Fire works, really, but I assumed it was similar to ours in a sense, considering you have... it didn't work, yeah, of course. Considering you have, like, morphine and stuff, technically, the milk of the poppy. The symptoms which have troubled you lately were a sign of something much worse. You have cancer. Yes, and tossing a piece of paper with the names of my enemies did not actually cure my cancer. Who would have thought? King Daemon the Bastard has cancer. My life is in your hands. Do whatever you must do. Oh, you piece of shit. Grand Maester Arik buckled the last strap, securing you on the operating table. I will not lie to you, my lord. This will be excruciatingly painful, but it must be done. You tried to protest when Arik brought out the saw, but due to the calming potion he made you drink, you slurred the words beyond comprehension. He cut off my leg. I am upset. And now my health is worse than it was when he began administering treatments. I'm going to imprison him. The Grand Maester will be imprisoned. I will not let this stand. He's now my rival. And I can actually execute him. Which I will. I will have him beheaded. And I had the option of granting my rival a funeral. I don't know why I would do that. But yeah, we have beheaded the Grand Maester of Westeros for administering a faulty treatment. This is essentially the beginning of King Daemon the Bastard's downfall, I assume. Like most Targaryen kings, they start out good, or most kings of Westeros for that matter, they start out good, and then after the conquest, they slowly but surely become a bit of a shit. Boris has arrived at our court. My wife Roanne has really been letting herself go as of late. It is none of my business, because I will be dead soon. Thank you for watching. This is still a lot of fun. The episodes will keep being released at completely irregular intervals. Every time I have time to record one, I'll make one and then release it at the normal time, but, you know, on different dates. So they all always release at 5:30, 1 p.m. EST, and about 7 p.m. GMT, I think. Oh, sorry, 6 p.m. GMT, I think. Either way, thank you for watching. This is fun. I hope to see you next time. Goodbye.